Hello Anglais Council learners, welcome to today's pre-intermediate course. Today we're going to talk about countable and uncountable nouns. So it's very important to know the difference between these two nouns because their usage is very important and it differs in regards to adverbs and verbs. So let's start by countable nouns. Countable nouns are nouns that can be counted using numbers. For example, 1, 2, 3, 10, etc. So, in countable nouns, we have a singular and a plural form. We're gonna start by singular form. In singular, we use the determiners a and with the countable nouns. For example, one horse, a pencil, an apple, an hour. So let's take a look at some plural form examples. 2 horses, some apples, a lot of apples, some students. So asking about the quantity. In order to ask about the quantity of countable noun, we use how many. How many books did you take? How many friends do you have? For example. Now, let's talk about uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns are nouns of things that can't be counted with numbers. So that means we can't use the determiners n or a or the numbers. So uncountable nouns generally are nouns such as materials, liquid and gases, some food, abstract ideas, and more. Abstract ideas. These are things that we can't see nor touch. For example, friendship, love, peace, freedom, and more. So, abstract ideas are uncountable nouns. Now, let's talk about liquids. Liquids such as milk, wine, water, oil, honey and coffee, blood, etc. are uncountable nouns. So we can't say one milk or a wine. But here's the thing. When liquids are in containers, we can count the containers, but not the liquid. For example, 1 bottle of water, 10 bottles of water, or a cup of milk, 10 cups of milk. So the 10 here is not referring to the coffee or water, but to the containers like bottles, cups, glasses, etc. So you gotta be careful here. For glass as a container, that's a countable noun. So we can say a glass or like 10 glasses, but for glass as a material, that glass is an uncountable noun. So we can't use the determiners a or n or the numbers with that glass. So that being said, let's move to the next point of this lesson: materials. Materials such as wood, gold, silver, iron, glass, and more are uncountable nouns. So we can't use determiners with these nouns. Food. Some food are uncountable, just like the word food itself. For example, we got rice, cheese, salt, sugar, and more. So always remember that uncountable nouns don't have a pure form. So that means you can't use the determiners a, n, or the numbers 1, 10 with uncountable nouns. But you can use liquid measurements weight measurements like expressions like a handful of, a pinch of, some, and more. Now let's take a look at some examples. So here's the thing, when using an uncountable noun, always remember to put the verb in singular form. So for example, rice is so good. Here the verb to be is in third person singular, even though we can have a big amount of rice, but the verb has to be in singular form. Now let's take a look at some nouns that can be both uncountable or countable, depending on the context of use. So here are some examples. Thanks for watching and see you soon.